Hello and welcome to Turtle Power Pod. God damn it.
His name's Bassam. My name's Cranny. Together we're Bassam and Cranny.
Yes, we are.
And together we have a podcast called Turtle Power Pod, and the episode today is...
Season 3, episode 46.
Go and say the whole thing.
The Big Break-In.
Ooh.
Today, though, we have a very special guest before predictions.
Regular special.
We have a special guest.
Very special guest.
Joe.
Don't be rude. We got Joe!
From Quote Unquote Guilty, a podcast with air quotes in the title.
And we've both been on it.
Oh, that's true. We have, yeah.
So you should absolutely listen to it.
So say hi, Joe.
Hi. I feel middling special now.
Well, good.
Yeah.
That's where we want you.
But we want you to have a little bit of doubt, so you try really hard.
Yeah, then I have like secure self-esteem issues, and I want to impress
it's
you
like
guys.
negging
It makes
for
sense,
podcasting.
Yeah, if you were too cocky coming in, then... Well, like always, we have our predictions here for the episode.
Joe, why don't you go first?
Ooh, guest goes first.
Okay, I wrote mine out in like a synopsis form. I hope that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. He's a writer.
So, after the events of the big ripoff, the Technodrome is back to full power, and Shredder and Krang's return to the surface is imminent. The Turtles find themselves forced to go to the funeral of April's co-worker Vernon, who has died from exposure to anthrax sent to him by Shredder. Leonardo, realizing that the next person who dies could actually be important, decides it's time for some drastic measures. He uses a new subterranean vehicle Donatello has invented out of like a dumpster and a jar of mayonnaise or some shit to get to the Technodrome and swear allegiance to Shredder, who demands a demonstration of his loyalty. Leo unceremoniously drops the severed head of Zack, the honorary fifth turtle, at Tingrin's face, or at his feet, and Shredder delights in sicking Leo on his brothers and Splinter to distract them from his plan to get the last thing he needs to ascend the Technodrome, a Techno-Ascendonometrix, which is conveniently being held at the local nuclear power plant. They attack the plant and are headed off by the other three turtles, assuming Leo is under mind control from some sort of turtle mind controller ray. Too soon to reveal himself as the mole, Leo is forced to fight his brothers and lay them all out, but as soon as Shredder obtains the Techno-Ascendonometrix, he turns on Shredder, joined by his brothers, to take the device and destroy it. The music appropriately goes, do-do-do, do-do-do-do. You know, the music that every episode does.
Okay.
In the end, the device is destroyed, but Shredder escapes with the pieces, hoping Krang can repair it, and the Turtles return to their lair, where Leo makes an apologetic batch of black, blue, and green pizzas with black and green olives and blue raspberry gummy worms. Also, Irma dies off screen from AIDS.
From AIDS?
From
Okay,
AIDS,
so
yeah.
I've got a few notes.
So you basically wrote exactly what I did then.
So you don't even need to...
So I don't even need to read
that saves
mine.
us a lot of time.
Yeah, actually.
So we're all on the same page here.
Yeah. The same full page, yes.
You got very specific,
Yeah.
which I appreciate, but you're setting yourself up to fail if you get real specific.
Well,
Yeah.
you know.
Because what if he dies of AIDS and she dies of anthrax?
Yeah.
Then I'm off. Yeah.
Then you
Then
you
you're
just
out.
you dunked yourself.
You can really get bogged down in the specifics.
Yeah. It kind of reminded me, reminds me of like Teen Titans with like Slade and Robin though.
How so?
How Slade like turns Robin like into evil Robin.
Oh,
and
sure.
turns him against the Teen
But it's
Titans.
all a ploy, yeah.
It is all a ploy, but there's a little bit. There's no smoke without fire.
That's true.
That's true.
Uh,
That's what they say.
Yep. Okay, well, I see 2 lines written on your notepad, Cranston. What is your...
Now, let's go in order of length. So you would be next.
All right, I guess let's whip it out.
Joe's was so long, I think he gets to go again.
That's what she said. So, my prediction is they can power the Technodrome, but it's missing one part and needs a part locked in a military base. Since it's almost the finale, they succeed.
It's not like his at all.
I mean,
It's pretty close.
You
broad
didn't name
strokes.
your unnamed part. It's a Techno-Ascendonometrix.
yeah, that's true. I did. Yeah, damn it.
I like that word. Sounds like a new Lego set.
Oh, it does. Or a sex move.
Or a sex move, which is a terrible name for a Lego set. My note is Krang orders pancakes with a side of bacon.
Wow.
The big break-in.
Ugh.
He orders a big old side of bacon.
That's
God damn it, Cranston.
that is a Ninja
That's a
Turtle
good pun,
caliber
though.
pun right there.
I thought it was pretty good. I mean,
Wow.
I don't have Joe's time.
Yeah. I feel like...
I did what I could with my time.
Is that what you spent Memorial Weekend doing?
No, I did.
Just writing that?
I did that today while I was listening to some of your guys' more recent episodes, getting a feel for it.
Oh, good.
I especially enjoyed the part where he made a nautical device out of a dumpster or some shit. And mayonnaise.
So, Joe, tell us about your history with the Ninja Turtles.
I can't remember a time when I wasn't a Ninja Turtle fan. You know, the cartoon started in '87. I was a massive fan of the show and the toys and the movies, and pretty much through till today at 32. So,
Awesome.
Don't you have the full box set? Was that you?
yeah, I have the box set. I got it signed by Cam Clark, the voice of
So
Leo,
cool.
at a Comic-Con.
That's amazing.
I would have gotten all 4 of them, but Rob Paulson wasn't there, and they were all like each signature was like $20. Like, well, I can afford Leo, so I'll do Leo and maybe the others in the future.
Yeah.
Speaking of Rob Paulson, did you guys hear that Animaniacs might be coming back?
Ooh,
I just saw that before we signed on.
Yeah, that's today that just came out, that news. Steven Spielberg might be directing it. Steven Spielberg. What did I say?
Steven Cranston. I'm directing it.
Congrats. Yeah,
But guys, I'm not
big
supposed
news.
to tell anyone. So if you're hearing this podcast and it's not 2018 yet, you got to pretend like I didn't.
Keep it on the down low.
Just keep it on the DL,
Yeah.
like church.
Okay. All
Keeps
right.
it on the down low.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
He
It's all
blasts it all on
it's all he's
Twitter.
about.
No.
He's a cool dude, man.
I don't know about that.
Coolest cat I know.
Ugh. Well, before we get into that, why don't we take a break?
Yeah.
We'll watch the episode for the first time since we were kids, probably.
Okay.
Unless Joe binge watched them recently.
It still
And-
hasn't memorized.
Yeah.
What if Joe's prediction was literally what happened?
Like he just printed the Wikipedia page?
Was AIDS even popular in the late 80s?
Well, I don't know
yet?
about
Well,
popular.
That's when AIDS was invented. Yeah.
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 Reagan's
I
America, man.
guessed, yeah.
Just AIDS and crack.
AIDS and crack. I don't do crack. Crack is cheap. I believe Janet Jackson said that. Or Whitney Houston.
I think that sounds right.
One of them.
Anyway,
One of those.
we'll be back. Joe, are you still going to be here?
Yeah, I'm still going to be here.
Okay, thank God.
I
Because I don't know what we do.
consider that a threat or a promise, whichever way you're going to go.
Fantastic.
All right.
right.
We'll see ya. Hey guys, we're back.
Yeah, we are.
We're still joined with Joe from his podcast.
We're
quote
joined
unquote,
by him.
Guilty.
I was
Check
not
that
run
out.
off yet.
Nope.
Even after watching those 30 minutes.
We watched the episode and he didn't run away.
Which is interesting because my shirt is off.
So it brings him back.
Cannot resist.
We assumed that Joe would have run away, so Bassam just removed his shirt. No one's going to be there when we
Extra
call.
incentive. Yeah.
We Skype call again.
How is it over in Michigan?
It's about perfect right now. Today was very pleasant, kind of breezy and temperate and sunny. We
Nice.
bought a car. So,
You bought a car?
yeah, we bought a car right
Nice.
before the weekend, and it broke down
God.
the next day, so we had to
Holy shit.
get it towed back to the dealer to get that fixed.
Get it fixed? No, just return it.
Yeah, we just got it fixed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Off the record. Me and Cranston work at a credit union, and we see these car loans all the time.
Okay.
If it's got a problem now, it's going to have a problem for the rest of its life.
Depending on what the problem is.
No. I've seen so many of these.
It's a good attitude to have is just give me a different car.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna
But-
stick it out. We'll see how it goes.
All
That
right.
being said, I hope that it doesn't give you any further
I hope
trouble.
it doesn't give you any problem.
I hope so too. Otherwise, you guys can tell me you told me. You warned me.
Great.
This guy.
That shirtless idiot over in Portland told me so.
Portland.
Speaking of idiots, let's talk about the cartoon.
Yay!
Let's talk about the fact that you're taking off your pants.
I'm not taking off my pants. I'm taking off my belt. I don't put out that quick, man.
It's one step closer to pants.
Yes, it is. It'll happen. You'll see. I'm hoping that I can stealthily become naked by the end of this show.
Turtle breakdown.
So we open on the sewer lair, and what's his face, Splinter, is doing a tea ceremony to teach the turtles patience. But don't worry, it doesn't come in ever again because whatever, it's this cartoon. So
'cause that's how it works.
Yes. Then fuck.
Then what happens?
This was action packed.
What the heck?
Stop messing with my mouse.
Why'd it put him down here too?
Because when you're not clicked on the window, it makes a mini
want a
window.
second Joe over there.
2 Joes for the price of Joe.
2 Joes, but which one do I make eye contact with?
Both. So the turtles don't care about the tea, but suddenly the lair starts shaking.
Whoa, I really feel those vibes, Sensei.
Vibes, my foot. It's an earthquake.
And
It's not an earthquake.
I'm not so sure. Let's check the surveillance gear.
it is an earthquake, but it's being caused. It's not a natural earthquake.
It's a massive vibration from the center of the earth. Like I said, an earthquake!
Yeah.
It's being caused by the Technodrome moving underground because it's back to full power.
A moving earthquake? Your gear must be wrong.
What?
Back to full power means that it can shoot missiles. It has drills. It can start going towards the surface of the earth.
Can contact Dimension X.
It can, open its portal again. So the Minimizer comes through, and the Minimizer is a sweet stealth bomber style plane.
Sweet might not be the word that I would use.
Joe, what word would you use?
Nifty?
It's a nifty plane.
I'll go for nifty.
Yeah, that can turn entire fortresses into miniature versions of themselves.
What is this minimizer?
A device of my own design. It will make certain that all our problems are little ones.
Miniaturize anything it can.
Yes,
That's beam.
it's like a beam that comes down and turns it mini.
It's like a beam, you'd say.
It's like a beam. It's more of a enveloping ray.
It's conical.
Yeah,
It's more of a cone.
yeah, not comical.
Like Bassam's breasts.
Very, yes.
No, I'm sorry.
And comical.
For the record, Bassam's breasts are conical.
Not
and
comical. Oh, damn. Is it because I have very, very tiny nipples? Like the smallest nipples? Like,
So
Joe, you
it's
probably
a-
can't even see my nipples.
They look like bruises.
I can. They're buried in a mound of hair each, so they look bigger.
That's true. I do have a little chest hair.
Joe is joining us on Skype video call.
Yep, so he doesn't have to smell me. And as
Smells
we...
like old cereal.
it smells... and way too much cologne.
Maybe that's the cologne I'm smelling.
Yes. Ode to Kellogg. Anyway. What? So the turtles go down to the Technodrome
Yeah!
to break in
Yeah!
to it. And the Technodrome is going up. And at the same time, the miniaturizer or minimizer is shrinking all of the military installations around the globe. But really just in this
Mostly
open field.
close by to New York.
Yes.
The tri-state area.
It's what?
The tri-state area.
Yeah.
Definitely. What are the 3 states in the tri-state area?
For New York?
Yeah.
Probably
New York.
New York, New Jersey, and the other one there.
Oh, yeah. The
New
other one.
Amsterdam.
New Amsterdam.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Or Maine. Or Rhode Island. Maybe Rhode Island, but that's an island.
How about Cougar Island?
Mm.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great island.
That's where I would go if I was updated on all of my shots.
Now, I know, Joe, I know that you are into having a sugar mama.
I am.
But
yeah.
is your sugar mama also a cougar?
We're supposed to be breaking down.
No,
I know that I'm not.
She's younger. She's younger than me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So are you a cougaress?
Yeah, I'm a male cougar, I guess.
Cougar.
There's not really a name for a male cougar.
I think
Just
you
a
just
cougar.
just called a mountain lion at that point.
Just a
masculine.
womanizer, I think, is really the...
Yeah. Man whore.
Womanizer, woman. You
Yeah.
know just what you are.
So
Girl.
the turtles get in and they split up. And 2 of them have to go somewhere, 2 of them have to go anotherwhere. It doesn't matter.
But they get a report to April.
They get a report to April, and April, that doesn't matter. Because really, she just drives around doing nothing.
She tries.
She becomes a damsel in distress through her own idiocy,
But she's got to warn the military.
which she doesn't do.
But she finds out they're shrunk and then tells the turtles.
There's a weird machine up here that shrunk the entire base.
That's true.
That's true.
But they...
It's true.
Okay. So anyway, 2 of the turtles fight Bebop and Rocksteady, and the other 2 fight Krang. We will get into that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
And then once they do that, they just exit the Technodrome like they accomplished something, and they destroy the Minimizer,
They save April.
save April, and shrink the Technodrome.
Minimize the Technodrome.
Oh yeah, they do.
Technodrome gets away.
Yeah, it falls down a deep, deep hole.
It should be
And then
noted that
starts
they
growing
shrink it before they destroy the minimizer.
Yes.
Yes,
It's
very
important chronology there.
Yes.
Do we miss anything broad stroke, Joe?
Any plot points?
I feel like that's pretty good.
That's a pretty good breakdown. Then we can get into more detail.
Let's get into the details.
All right, Joe. What's your first note, my friend?
Tea ceremony.
Tea ceremony.
Admiring the cup and feeling the vibrations flowing through you, which
I'm
is
pretty
not
sure
an experience
that-
I've ever had drinking tea.
Well, you don't drink
You
it
didn't
like a
do it
ninja.
right.
Yeah, I don't drink ninja tea. It sounds stressful, which is
well-
ironic because tea is supposed to be very soothing.
It's supposed to be meditative. You're not supposed to. If you're stressful drinking tea, you're not meditating.
Then what's
right.
with the vibrations, Bassam? Where are these
you
vibrations
feel
coming
the
from?
vibrations.
Well,
listen. You
everyone
focus
knows the
in
tea ceremony, right?
Yeah.
that
A
exists.
woman in a kimono comes up and she like shows you every side of the cup.
Yes, because you're supposed to appreciate it.
Yeah, it's just pomp and circumstance for the sake of pomp and circumstance, I think.
Yes, but when you're meditating over tea, the idea is to let your mind focus into nothing. And so when you can focus on basically, if you can close your eyes and imagine the cup or whatever, you can kind of let your mind go blank, and then that's meditation.
Where are you getting this from?
Meditation it's very good to clear your mind when you meditate. That's the point.
It is, but what why are you so specific about how the tea?
I'm taking
you
what he takes,
Oh.
what Splinter says, combining it with my knowledge of
meditation.
meditating, and then
Meditating.
yeah, meta green tea.
I'm tired of looking at your meta-TTs.
Well, get used to it, buddy.
Wow. I'm used to it, unfortunately. Still don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
I actually do meditate. Joe Bassam?
I don't.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
What?
meditate, and I have no thoughts on you meditating. Good for you, I guess. Is it less stressful? Like, do you find
Yeah.
it helps a lot?
I don't use tea, but yeah, I think everyone should try to meditate.
What do you use?
Well, I started with guided meditations, and then now I still do guided every once in a while, but I do mindfulness, so you just kind of find your breath and then focus on it, and then notice that you suddenly can't find your breath, and then just kind of notice that, and then go back to your breath. You just do that for like 20 minutes, and then you realize that you haven't been overthinking for a little while, and you kind of step away from clock time and doing mode, and you're kind of just happier for the rest of the day.
Is guided meditation where like you're listening to a tape of a voice telling you to like imagine a penguin in a glacier and that kind of thing.
Do you listen to the same tape?
I've heard of it.
Yeah,
I've heard of the
a cassette tape. No. Yeah, it's better than
Now switch to side B.
turn tape over. Peer across the swamp.
Kids won't get that. So kids, before CDs and MP3s, sorry,
Insert CD
you don't know what
two.
you don't know what a CD is. Before MP3s
Before
and the
Spotify.
iTunes, yeah, you would have to have a solid piece of mass that had these songs written on them, and it was like one song. So imagine like an iPod that was like for 4 songs.
Cassette tapes held more than 4 songs.
How many songs?
It was like 8 per side.
Okay,
Depending on the length of the song.
great.
Yeah.
So 8 MP3s, and then you had to take it out, and that didn't even play it. You had to put that in a bigger iPod to play it. And then you had to take the smaller iPod out and flip it over because it only had a certain amount of room. So that way they could fit
The two
more sides on them. But you wouldn't know sometimes because suddenly it would stop playing and you might think that it's just a lull. But really, it's the end of the tape. So they ask you to turn it over.
Usually not in music.
Sorry, I should back up.
Tapes,
So
yeah.
tape is like a physical
Can we stop?
plastic. Okay.
Just please.
What does physical mean?
Yeah. So it's like, imagine the cloud, right? But it's actually in your face, like you could touch it.
It's like the cloud, but it's made out of plastic.
A plastic cloud. Exactly.
Physical. Let's get physical. Wanna hear your body talk with your big fat cock.
Wanna hear your cranny talk.
Ew. Anyway,
Sometimes I forget that cranny is an actual word.
I don't
Like
know.
a nook and cranny.
Yeah.
So saying that I want to hear your cranny talk is a little weird.
Your English muffin. For the record, I just want to end on saying that meditation's great and you should check it out.
Absolutely. I think you should, especially if you get caught up in your own head a lot.
Especially since it's free on YouTube.
And in your own brain after that. You can just do it whenever.
Yeah, after with some practice. Now, I will say that anybody can benefit from meditation.
Sure. Yeah.
Just saying that.
I used to meditate when I studied acting. They would guide us through meditation and stuff, like to lower our blood pressure and help us, like, I don't know, center our bodies for our voices and all this nonsense. But it was very
Did it
relaxing.
work? Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, my doctor said I need to lower my blood pressure, so he prescribed meditation.
Haha.
Should work.
So the medication, but my doctor actually prescribed meditation for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where do you feel that?
Well, you can just YouTube guided
He
meditation.
just writes on a script.
Yeah.
A
YouTube.
link address.
He's like, hang on, this is really long. Comcast.net.
Comcast.net.
Yeah, hang on. %, period,
Ampersand.
%.
You probably got to sign up for that YouTube Red because of Trump care or something.
Oh, damn. Topical.
What?
Do you have anything else to add about the tea ceremony?
No,
Other than
I want to get to
Mikey.
the earthquaking.
Go for it.
Well, Mikey holds up his arm, though, and he kind of does this thing like he's jacking someone off onto his face.
Yeah, he does that for a few seconds.
I don't know why.
It's a little interesting.
Because of the tremors? Is that when he starts to feel the earthquake? Like,
He
I
does
think
it when-
I think I'm feeling it, dude.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He's feeling it all over his face. He says, I feel those vibes.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh,
He starts jerking off in the air.
feel those vibes. Yeah, and then the earthquake happens.
Yeah, which was
So-
really funny to me because Raph's like, oh man, it's an earthquake. And Donnie's like, well, let's check the instruments. No, it's a tremor from inside the earth. And Raph's like, yeah, a goddamn
Yeah.
earthquake.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
What do you think that is?
The earth is shaking.
The earth is quaking, as you might say.
There's not really a term for it. It's just a quake of ground.
It's a quagmire.
I don't like that they have a room full of surveillance gear all of a sudden, too.
I wrote that down too. I was like, I don't remember seeing any episodes before this where they have surveillance gear.
Mikey does not Mikey. Donnie does all of that all the time, though.
I know he does. And, but here's the thing.
Oh, use the turtle razor. What?
We need a close shave. I recently rewatched the first season, the first 5 episodes, which are the first season.
But then Raph says, close shave, he says. Like dodges something.
I hear you. Yeah. I recently watched the first season. Kill me, right? But when they get the turtle van, Donatello says Donatello says specifically that he can make it into a surveillance van. So that now that they have this room, it just goes to show you how much shit they make up whenever they need it, period. Because, Joe, I don't know how much of this show you've seen recently.
I've been watching a lot recently, but I'm not, caught up. I skipped ahead to catch the more recent ones leading up to this.
Oh, yeah, okay. You mean of our podcast?
No, I mean of the show, but I've been also listening to the podcast, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and so Donatello pulls shit out of his ass all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now that that's there.
Did you guys notice that the drill tip on the Technodrome was bright red?
Oh, yeah.
I like to think that it was blood and they had just drilled through some sort of ancient middle of the earth creature. It cuts, it's like this thing, it's like, it's beautiful. Yeah, exactly. And
maybe that's
stuck
Diplodocus.
Yeah. Back from the center of the earth.
Yeah. Poor Dippy.
But it gets stuck on the drill, but it's spinning around and smashing against the earth. Becomes a fine paste.
Paint the walls.
Man, I'm going to need some meditation.
Yeah.
This is getting dark.
There's also a part at the beginning of the episode where Shredder and Krang have a plan, and they kind of have it together, so they're finishing each other's sentences, and I'm like, oh, that's cute. That's real nice.
I was going to try to finish your sentence when you said that, but I really wasn't paying attention.
Well, then what's your note then?
You guys are still cute.
Thanks.
I really liked the minimizer. Because there's so many things that's stupid about it. The technology itself is fantastic, but Krang had the power to pull things from Dimension X much earlier. It's why don't you just start with minimizer? He created the thing.
I have a note about that in my head.
Well, so I guess
finish your note.
I'll finish what I'm saying. I just like that it comes in through the screen, and he's like, the minimizer, and then it just fucking flies straight up.
I'm free
through some sort of skylight in the Technodrome, and it's just gone. He's like, yes, the minimizer.
Where are you going?
He didn't do anything.
Back here.
He's like, send the minimizer through the portal. Whack. Whack.
Was it General Krag or Trag? I thought they said both.
I think it's Trag.
I thought it was Trang.
I thought it was Trang originally.
I thought it was very similar to Krang.
Yeah.
No, I
thought it was Craig or Crag.
To the Googles.
So why does Krang sometimes have 2 A's?
Oh, you want me to explain this? Because I thought I've already told you this.
Oh, maybe didn't. I forgot.
So in the comic and some of the shows, the Krang are a race of those brains.
Oh.
Also known as the Utrom.
See, Utrom I've heard.
Yeah, the Krang are typically the Utrom that have become basically evil or single-minded, like a hive mind.
Oh.
And in this version, they said, fuck that, and they just made one Krang and named him Krang.
Took away an A.
Yeah.
Replaced his A with a Krang hole.
Exactly. He has no A anymore.
He has no A.
Just a big, fat, gaping Krang hole. Where the A used to be.
It's as infinitely large as it's infinitely small. Think about it!
It both exists and does not exist. And it is all made of star
Schrodinger's
stuff.
Krang hole.
Yeah. You don't know you're in it until you're in it.
So, my next note is when the turtles start looking for the Technodrome. Does anyone have anything before that?
I got a Cowabunga.
I have another question about earthquakes.
Tell me about your question.
I got to know about earthquakes.
Well, Donnie says it's not an earthquake because it's moving. Don't all earthquakes move? Like, aren't the tremors like going through the earth and moving?
Oh, yeah. But they have a point of origin.
They have an origin.
The point of origin is moving. That's what he's picking up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what he's saying. He doesn't explain it to us because
I think earthquakes are supposed
Donatello.
to be always weaker from the point that they originate.
they have an epicenter.
So, yeah, the epicenter is moving.
So he can tell that. Okay. That makes more sense to me.
He has computer equipment. It's a whole room just for this shit. I think he would know.
So stop fucking questioning it, Joe.
If he's gonna... How much do you think it cost for all that?
14 turtle bucks.
Do you think they like shot down like a Black Hawk helicopter to get
all
the parts?
You know, all the military shit that they've exploded and all of the scientific.
You know what it is?
What?
It's all Baxter Stockman's parts he left over.
They did take over his warehouse.
Yeah, he like took everything.
Yeah, but even then, in the last episode when they were in that facility, I'm sure Donatello's just like, yoink. I'll just take that. A little bit for my collection.
I think the turtles do a lot of wet work to get their supplies off camera.
There you go. It's very possible.
They're like a cartoony, like, kids don't do drugs during the daytime, but at night it's like, target acquired, ice his ass, and they like all of a sudden Mikey comes up from behind him like through the window and just like cuts his throat.
Strangles him with nunchucks.
Now I badly want the spin-off TMNT Green Ops.
Green Ops!
I'd watch the shit out of that once. Can't guarantee more than that.
There
sometimes one is all you need.
Talk about that Cowabunga, bro!
All right. As the turtles are exploring the sewers, they come to this weird part that's full of jumbles of pipes and cords. It's nonsense. I don't know what to make of it. But
yeah, and then they start cutting it up. I have a note that just says, fuck these tubes!
Yeah, fuck these giant rubber tubes. They're definitely not important, right, guys?
At first I thought they were just like sewage pipes.
No,
but they're definitely not.
They definitely look like rubber tubes. And
it's the internet.
And and they're all going down and they through the tube like as a slide. And they're all saying something. I'm putting it in.
Turtle power!
Have a nice day.
And Michelangelo yells Cowabunga.
Is it the Tarzan Cowabunga?
No, this is a normal Cowabunga. Let me hear it.
Oh, get a screenshot. Look at Raph's derp eye.
That is pretty derpy.
Yar. It looks like it's his glass eye.
It didn't strike me as weird that they were cutting up those tubes when it was happening, but you're right, that's really bizarre.
Yeah.
That they're even there, or that they're destroying them.
When they're sliding down, it looks like metal sewage pipes. But when they're cutting them up, looks like spaghetti plastic tubes.
Yeah. I have no idea what they'd be used for.
Spaghetti.
To transport spaghetti through the underground tunnels?
Spaghetti plastic tubes.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Thank you.
Probably comes into play in the next episode.
It better.
It could be a ZD pipe, and if that's the case, I apologize.
ZD pipe. ZD Smalls. So,
what?
We all thought that the Shredder and Krang were going to break into a facility.
Yeah.
But really, the title of the episode, and I was very pleasantly surprised, was that the Turtles are breaking into the Technodrome.
Yeah.
And that is awesome.
I didn't even think about the title of the episode. It didn't... Yeah.
It plays on the word big, because there's a minimizer. We could have done without, whatever.
Break
in. Happy with
both words.
Both 3 words.
But there's no the.
None.
I personally did predict at least one turtle infiltrating the Technodrome. So
Oh, yes.
I
That's
don't even
true.
remember your prediction. It was so long.
But Vernon it did not die
Oh,
of
if you don't
AIDS.
remember it, then let me tell you all the ways I was spot on.
Yeah. Your prediction was so long that by the time you got to the end, I forgot the beginning. It's a perpetual loop of I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
he could have kept repeating it. We wouldn't
Just
have known.
keep going, yeah.
It's a Mobius strip.
We're like, Joe, you got to cut your prediction down. We only got like an hour 20 for the show.
Like it's never going to end.
I kid because I love.
Vernon didn't die of AIDS on screen, but we don't know because we haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, he's we didn't see any of the 3 characters that I predicted would die in this episode off screen. So maybe we just haven't heard yet.
Maybe we'll see a mass
We
grave
don't know
at
what
the end
happened to
of the-
Irma.
Yeah, maybe we'll see a mass grave next episode.
Yeah.
3
Just
tombstones.
April delivering flowers.
Yeah. 1 each.
So my next note is when the minimizer starts minimizing.
But not yet, because there's a fourth wall break.
Great.
Is this Raphael's one?
It is. It's when he says. It's when he. So I forget what they're doing, but Raphael
Points at us.
and says, "Do you still want to be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?"
We'll have to get inside somehow and shut it down before it reaches the surface of the Earth.
Still think you'd like to be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
Yeah, it's a really good line. Still think you'd like to be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
I forget what causes him to say that, though.
I think it's when they escape being crushed by the Technodrome.
Oh no, it's before they.
I think they find out they're going to like break in maybe.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah,
haven't
no,
found the
you're right.
Technodrome
Yeah, it is
yet.
before.
They like find out that that's what they're going to do.
But I put it in,
Yay.
and that's important, right?
Yeah. I don't think I'd want to be a Ninja Turtle because I don't know where their penis goes.
What do you mean goes?
Well,
It
there's
go-
like
it
the
goes in the
hard
vagina.
shell on the
It goes in a
underbelly.
vagina, you idiot.
I don't know what either of those things are. You're just talking made up nonsense words.
All right. Well, I need to understand something.
What?
If you're a female turtle, where does the vagina go?
Female.
Okay. Cranston.
Female.
Cranston.
I smell the blood.
You've heard of gender, right?
Well, you mean the social construct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now imagine if you take gender and you simplify it into purely biological parts.
Okay.
There's 2.
There's breasts
Yes.
and there's a lack of breasts.
Correct. Bless you.
I'm looking at Bassam, and that's not true.
I both have and don't
Bassam
have.
somehow skirts both genders.
Both sexes.
Yeah.
He can hit on any
both
number of
sexes.
genders.
I can have all the genders.
Both social constructs.
Yes. But anyway, so a vagina is a hole. All right.
Like a crane
And-
hole.
Like a crang hole, but it has a use aside from terror. It has
It tears?
it has a reproductive use. The use is that a man, all right, like you,
Stop making up words to insult my intelligence.
a penis haver,
Yeah.
like
I know
you.
what that is.
Okay, a penis haver like you
Yeah.
puts it in the woman hole.
What?
Yeah, puts his penis having
Yeah.
in the woman hole.
Yeah.
and it feels good,
Okay.
so you shoot
Yeah.
stuff.
You shoot the woman for seeing your penis.
No, not quite.
Because you know she's going to tell all of her fucking friends.
What? What would you tell them?
Everything.
What? What's everything? What's so bad?
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I don't want you to hurt anyone because of your penis having.
Can we just move on? I promise
Okay,
I won't.
Joe, the penis having.
Yes.
Go ahead.
You want me to explain the penis having?
Yeah.
All right. You know how at the end of this episode, where there's 4 inches and all they can do is conquer a miniature golf course?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like that, but with more sweat.
More sweat.
That is a
I
great
need
way to
write
say
this
it.
down. Did you guys notice that when the minimizer minimizes the military base, when it shows the military base again, the grass around it is completely undisturbed?
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't notice that.
Because it's in its own field, right? It should be in a barren land
Yeah.
Right?
It should just be like dirt underneath the foundation.
Yeah. That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Also, why didn't Krang just do that a long time ago?
Why? They would have messed it up. I don't know why you're so impressed by it.
Impressed by what? The minimizer?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Krang invented it.
Yeah.
It's been in his dimension. He's had access to it.
He also invented the weapon or the weather disruptor. Or
I
whatever.
have the same argument for that.
They use it in like the 3rd episode and never use it again.
Bring him in. Start minimizing right off the bat. Like Power Rangers, it's reverse Rita.
Make my monster shrink.
Yeah.
I think he's ashamed of it. I think the design is not nifty enough for Krang.
Yeah, it's not elegant.
Yeah. He keeps working on it.
He just used it now because he's desperate.
Yeah.
I get that.
Oh, why didn't he do this since they can get anything from Dimension X? Bring your fucking rock army.
All of them.
Tanks and planes and shit. You got flying tanks, man.
I'm pretty sure I said this like in first episode. I was like, you have an army. Just bring it.
But their army wasn't ready yet.
But now it is.
Yeah.
And then they didn't do it.
Krang has his body.
Then they ran out of power.
The Technodrome has power.
They used all their
it.
power on a big TV instead of bringing a rock army in and shooting everybody.
It's well established that Krang's arrogance like keeps him from doing anything smart. Like he likes to toy with the turtles. He doesn't want anything done too quickly, and that gives them plenty of time to beat him. And he does that time and time and time again. So if he did any of the things you're talking about, it would just betray his character as we know him.
See,
he's defeated by his own hubris.
Yes.
Yeah, I see that. I can dig that. That's too bad, though. Too many villains are defeated by their own hubris.
Can I ask you a quick question? I know you're not Jewish, but did you have a hubris?
I did until I was circumcised.
Wait, what?
You don't know what a penis is, so it doesn't even matter explaining this.
I know what a penis isn't.
What isn't it?
You know, the other words you said. The whole one. What's the whole one called?
A vagina?
Yeah, it's not that. I know that much.
That's
well,
correct.
I mean,
when he's right,
Yeah,
he's
I'm
right.
not stupid.
you are correct, I guess. What are you drinking in that massive 7-Eleven cup?
Just water.
It's a lot of water. Good for you.
Yeah.
I was
keep
drinking
hydrated.
a Frappuccino.
I'm having a PBR in Portland fashion.
Mm.
That
I
is a
had-
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I had a mango habanero orange mimosa earlier with dinner.
Sounds great.
Wow.
Yeah, the habanero is amazing. It just like has this heat that sits at the back of your throat as you drink it. It's really cool.
Nice.
What food did you enjoy that beverage with?
We grilled steaks and roasted potatoes and Brussels sprouts.
Damn. That's your Tuesday dinner?
That's my Tuesday night dinner, guys.
What's your Friday night dinner?
Living the dream.
On Friday night.
What do you eat
just
on
lived
Friday?
Yeah, what do you eat on Friday nights?
What's date night?
Probably,
Yeah, tell me what date night is.
well, date night's usually going out for something like
Okay.
Red Robin.
Oh, snap!
All
Yeah,
you
we
can
like
eat garlic fries, son.
Damn. Natalie and I like them burgers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been sorely disappointed with Red Robin the last 5 times I've been.
What?
I mean, there's
Yeah.
one by us that's not great, but I will say that I love hamburgers, man. I don't care. Like, their worst hamburger, I'm like, oh, yeah, fucking burger.
I
The-
agree,
the one
but I
here
can
is
make a
always
better
great.
burger for half the price.
well,
do it.
yeah.
Oh, I would.
Do it.
But every once in a while, Casey's like, I really want Red Robin. And I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Red Robin? She doesn't say Red Robin.
No, Red Robin.
Chicken soup.
Yeah.
Do you guys notice that when Raph, he's like, I can't move. And when he says that, like,
Oh, man.
he wasn't animated for like 2 seconds. Like, it,
He
like
literally
everything
didn't
just
move.
froze. I almost wondered, like, if that line wasn't in there, but they were like, watch it back. They're like, oh, fuck, we didn't animate it again. Then he's like,
But it said he didn't move.
just make Raph say something. No, I think they animate.
Oh,
they
I thought it was a stage direction.
No, I thought they forgot to animate, and they're like, just have Raph say something in post.
Note to animator. See, I thought it was the opposite. I thought it's like, note to animator, Raphael can't move. And then they just like, all right. Just do one frame.
Note to animator, please do your goddamn job.
Animate.
It's right in the title.
Yeah.
It's right
That's
in
your
job
job.
description.
So let's talk about when they get in the Technodrome, unless anyone has anything other notes.
Well, I thought it was funny that,
I
let me see, I think I wrote it down. When they're looking for the Technodrome, Donatello has his little sound wave sensor, and he says there's heavy sound wave activity here.
Yeah.
I was like, can't you just hear?
We're really close now. Look at those readings.
We could have figured that out from the noise.
Like, Raph, I think, immediately thereafter says, like, yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear
no
it.
duh. I never knew that it was that loud, but I guess it makes sense because it's an enormous drill and laser beam.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got giant treads. It's huge.
And it's like 80 stories tall.
It's gigantic, yeah.
It's way too big. Every time I see it, it's like bigger than the time before.
And it's, once they get inside it, it's way bigger on the inside. It's Time Lord technology.
Definitely.
Before we get to them getting inside, they call April, the turtles do. They're like, April, the Technodrome's coming back. You gotta do something about it. She's like, I'm on it. And so first thing she does is run to her boss and be like, hey, I know that I was supposed to be working on that report, but the Technodrome's coming back, so maybe I could, I don't know, maybe work on that instead.
Maybe you might want to call
The
the police.
The world's gonna
or
end.
something.
Can I have your permission to try to save the world? It's like,
I don't know.
I don't know, April. The reports do.
I just heard the Technodrome is heading this way.
It is. What's a Technodrome?
It's like,
Well, her boss doesn't know what the Technodrome is. Hasn't it attacked
No.
New York before?
Yeah, I don't get what he's saying.
everyone has incredible ignorance when it comes to mutants and terrible havoc.
I think every episode we're watching, it's like
Groundhog
Westworld,
Day.
man. They just take one dude out and replace him with a new one with fresh memories.
Okay, that makes sense. Because when April sees it later, she's like, oh, that must be the Technodrome. I was like, haven't you seen it at least?
That's what I
right,
thought.
you're the one that knows what it is.
That must be the Technodrome.
That's gonna be the Technodrome.
Yeah, what the hell do you think it is?
Bassam, if you thought the world was ending,
Yes.
would you immediately go up to Jeff and like ask for a time off request? Or would you just run out the door and try to save the world?
I would do that second thing.
Yeah.
I would do neither.
I don't know.
You would do neither?
Yeah.
You would go sit at home with your dog and make love
Wait.
to your wife.
Yeah.
No, make
That sounds
love to the
good.
dog, sit with the wife.
Yeah. I mean, it's the end of the world. No one's going to judge you.
The dog likes to be involved.
That's
Yeah.
true.
She's a cuddle monster.
During the lovemaking?
Yeah. No. Not really.
Who's a good girl? You're a good girl.
Get
Yes,
the
you
bone.
are.
Get the bone.
Yes, you are.
Where's your toy?
Oh, God. I was
Oh,
so
I took
excited
it
to
too
Grodd.
Yeah.
Oh, you goddamn penis
God,
havers.
Joe. Disgusting,
Sick.
man.
Save it for your own podcast.
Fucking gross.
Now let's talk about the turtles getting inside the Technodrome.
Yeah,
Okay.
the entrance.
The entrance to the vagina.
Now you're
I'm not
getting
gonna
it.
let this go.
Kinda.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
I learned that it's a hole, and that's how they get into the Technodrome.
Through the vagina of the Technodrome.
What else would you call it?
Technogina.
I just love that they see the entrance labeled entrance, and Raph is like, does Krang really expect us to fall for that?
Yeah, and it works, but it also swings inward
Which is very upsetting to me.
because it's like a submarine style, like what is it called? You know what I mean? It's like a seal
Yeah,
that you see at the top of a submarine. Yeah,
But if it opened in, the water would like want to rush in.
that's what I'm saying. It's
it needs
nonsense.
to open outward,
It needs to open outward.
so the pressure keeps it closed.
Yes.
But it's not a submarine.
Yes, but
Correct,
it's in the
but
center
it's-
of the earth, and it's that type of door.
It's the type of door that requires that.
Okay.
that you swing outward.
If I'm going to buy that type of door, I figured I would want the outside kind. Personal preference.
He wants to swing it. He doesn't want it to swing both ways. He wants to swing outward.
One way, the way God intended.
Yes.
Yes.
By God, you mean the manufacturers
yes.
of those doors.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe
God
Bebop and
manufactured
Rocksteady were in
all.
charge of that door.
Yeah, they put the hinges on backwards.
Yeah,
God
and they wrote
manufactured
entrance
all in
on
its
it.
image.
And put what?
And
Entrance?
they wrote entrance on it, yeah.
Yeah.
And trans.
Oh, well, all right. So they get in, and there's a part where they're running, and Shredder sees them on the monitor. It literally looks like they're running through Bowser's castle.
Yeah.
It's got like the bricks in the background and everything. It's
No fireballs,
hilarious.
Yeah.
No fireballs.
I was making a note during that. I was like, wait, are they back outside? What's happening? Because, yeah, the aesthetic is way off for the inside of the Technodrome.
Yeah, it's real weird.
Yeah. And Michelangelo and Donatello have to go to the relay room, which I don't know what that is. And
They don't either. It's
No,
fine.
they don't either. And
It's this weird sci-fi room.
yeah. And then
It's like a
Leo
weird
and
oil
Raph.
painting.
It's what?
It's like a weird oil painting, like the kind you'd see, like a
MC Escher.
like a burnout's house.
Yeah.
No, it's like 1920s, like weird space needles, and it's all like metal and brass
yeah.
in a desert. It's just really peculiar. I think that it's I think if anything, from watching these episodes, I've realized that their plan always works the best when the turtles decide to split up.
And it's weird.
It doesn't work. They should never split up. Every time they split up, they fuck it up.
No. Every time they split up, I beg to differ. Two of them or whatever fuck it up, and then the other ones save the day.
I double differ.
Okay.
That's it. I just wanted to say that.
You don't have a specific? Okay.
No. Double differ just sounded good. Good to say.
That's true.
Yeah.
We do get another Cowabunga. But it's Michelangelo. He does it Tarzan style again. It's like the most popular way that he does it. I'm just putting it in here. And there it was. How'd you like that, Joe?
It was lascivious.
Perfect.
I don't know what that means.
I saw you
but
glance at your thesaurus over there.
I'm going to assume it means something along the lines of vagina.
You're not. You're
Not
actually
everything
not
is
that
a
far
vagina.
off. It means sexually stimulating.
Ooh.
Like a vagina.
Yeah.
So I'm told.
I actually don't know.
But I'll say I do to look cool in front of these guys. Joe, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
If you were in charge of a Technodrome and all of your plans hinged on this Technodrome getting to the surface and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles broke into it, and then you knew that if they'd stopped the Technodrome, your entire plan is gone. Would you take care of it yourself, or would you send Bebop and Rocksteady to do it?
I would take care of it myself if I was a ninja master.
Goddamn right you would. I'm so upset with Shredder.
Speaking
all the
of,
time.
Where does Shredder go for like the entirety of this episode?
He's controlling the minimizer.
They found it. We must stop them.
You operate the minimizer. I'll handle those turtles.
He's doing nothing.
okay.
He's sitting there. You
He's
know what
playing
he's
a video
doing?
game?
The minimizer just takes off on its own. You don't control it.
I get it. But Krang tells him, you take over the minimizer. Then, later, he's driving, quote-unquote, the Technodrome. And I don't know how hard it is to drive, but there's way too many buttons. All it's doing is going straight.
You
but
know
for
what it
some
was?
reason, Shredder's doing this.
You know when you hand your little brother the controller that's not even plugged in?
Yeah.
That's what he did. He's like, you drive, Shredder. And Shredder's like,
Yay,
gee, I can do it. Yeah.
It's
Hooray!
so weird too because they established that the minimizer could be operated by a child, like even Bebop and Rocksteady could operate it, and they're like,
Yeah.
you go take care of the turtles that you failed to take care of for the
Yeah,
past
Shredder, you go.
50 episodes.
Jeez. Man. It's
Everything hinges
nonsense.
on this one Technodrome They finally got to work, and he's like, I don't have time to deal with this.
Here's another thing. The turtles are in the Technodrome. You don't need to keep moving forward right now. Just put the shit in park.
Cut off the oxygen.
Well, they're out. I mean, they're above ground. Just put
but it's sealed, so just cut off the oxygen.
Sure. Or put it in park and go and fight them and kill them.
Destroy the Technodrome with them inside.
Done. That sounds like a thing they would do.
It does sound like a thing they would do, and they still would fuck it up.
Makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
Krang calls Shredder a zip head.
And I don't know what that is.
It has to not mean what I thought it meant, because they threw it around so willy-nilly. But there is a very offensive racial slur called zipperhead.
That we do not condone, but I don't know what
what race is that against?
Everyone.
I want to say it was...
That's how offensive it is.
Oh, when
It's
I tell you
anti-human slur.
Yeah.
it is an anti-human, basically. I want to say it was Vietnamese, could have been Korean War, Viet Cong, something like that. But when they allegedly would run over one of these people, the tire tread left an impression on their heads that looked like a zipper.
Oh, God.
So they morbidly referred to them as zipper heads. It's real bad. It's one of the worst fucking racial slurs.
Jeez.
Provided that's the real origin. But I've read that that's what the origin is.
It's super messed up because Shredder's Asian. I mean, he's Japanese, so it's different, but man.
Well, Japanese are, at least for quite a while, we're very racist against other Asian cultures. So
That's true.
should probably stop talking about that.
Yeah. Let's go. Why don't we talk about the fact that
April sucks.
April sucks so fucking hard.
Or does she?
Yeah, it's real bad.
Joe,
Do you have a
count
point?
the ways that she sucks.
And then I'll tell you why I wrote April sucks.
Well, I mean, she's useless. She gets trapped in a van instantly and needs the turtles to come save her.
Yeah.
But it was impressive to me that she kicks a door off a van.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but she struggles with it for 10 minutes beforehand.
Well, she doesn't realize she can kick a door off a van. Like, I don't know if I can do that. I don't think I can. But, you know, if I'm being about to be crushed by a Technodrome, I'd probably find out.
I guess so.
Me saying she sucks upset me a lot earlier than that. There is a point when she's driving down the road
Yep.
to warn people about the Technodrome, which she thinks is the worst thing that can ever happen.
Correct.
It's gonna raise the city. So
With a Z.
what?
Raised with a Z.
Thank you. So she's driving, and then Byrne picks up the phone and is like, April, you gotta go to the military base. She's like,
It went straight to voicemail.
yeah, exactly. She's like, I don't know. This is pretty important, but you're the boss. And does a Yui. And I'm like, you fucking, if the world ends because you turn around to listen to Byrne's thought, I will never forgive you.
That's a fair point.
And then she gets stuck in the van. Yeah.
Oh, and then she swerves and it flips.
Do you see how she rolled it? She had to just be going whoa!
Wildly.
Fucking with the all-wheel drive or some shit.
It has to be one of
That's
the
why
only
April-
times in the series where the turtles don't save her, though. They don't get there in time to save her, and she has to do something for herself.
Yeah, that's a relief, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if they didn't spend so much time narrating every fucking thing that they do.
Including April.
Well,
We had a fourth wall break about that.
we did.
We didn't know whether to count it, but we decided we would.
When she was in the van, we counted it. She kind of looks at us and she says,
I don't need the turtles. I need a dry cleaner.
I just said it.
Yeah, but yours, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
I noted a different one. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember what she was referring to, but April says, "Don't you hate it when that happens?" to the audience.
Yes, I have that written down too.
Yeah. Bassam didn't want to include that, but I totally.
No, I have it written down.
Yeah.
She's clearly saying it to us. She's clearly speaking through the fourth wall there.
I'll be okay. The turtles always rescue me at the last minute. Oh, what am I saying? This is the last minute.
And that's one of those duck soup, Y'all at home couldn't see, but I pretended I had a big old cigar.
Yeah. That is a big old cigar.
Have you not seen duck soup?
No.
Oh, man, you have to.
Oh, man.
Duck soup's a classic.
I bet Michael and Sarah would be very upset to hear you say that.
They should do it
Really?
on Duck Blur.
They're big movie people, yeah.
All right. Well, then I'll have to cut this out.
Or just go watch it.
Okay.
Because
I
it's
bet
really
there's
funny.
even a duck
and really
stack
good.
in Duck Soup.
Oh, okay.
Where all the Marx Brothers climb on top of each other. I bet that happens.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. They could count it.
Joe, if you were in charge of a giant Technodrome and you needed an arsenal to destroy the Earth, to destroy military bases, to destroy tanks and soldiers and everything, and so you needed missiles, would you typically store those missiles in an individual room for each one?
No, I'd probably want a dedicated missile room or missiles loaded into places where missiles could be launched from.
They're technically dedicated, and they can technically launch.
Yes.
We know this for a fact.
There's just hundreds of rooms, each with an individual missile. How does that do it for you?
I mean, if they're silos for really powerful missiles, then that's really that's really the only design to go.
They're kind of like
They've got
sideways
eyeballs.
silos that open with a hinge.
They can't have missiles behind every door.
That's what it is. They have eyeballs.
Yeah.
They need a separate room so they can take a nap, get some shut-eye.
That must be it.
It's like a little missile hotel. I mean, it's reasonable.
Welcome to the Hotel Technodrome.
Such a missile place.
Blow
Missiles
up in
have
your
a face.
Oh, damn. There you go.
I am very excited to start talking about Krang's fucking flail arms
Any notes before Krang enters
with
the
his
ring?
sick ass flail arms.
Is Bebop and Rocksteady ambushing Donnie and Mikey in the elevator before that?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Because Rocksteady has this great line of third floor lingerie, evening wear, and turtle stomping.
Yeah,
That is pretty good.
I
Yeah.
did enjoy that.
I think Rocksteady's really sexually repressed if he's thinking about nightwear and lingerie, and he's just equating that with the violence against the turtles.
Well,
It's all masturbatory.
it must be, but to be fair, he sees Shredder and Krang going at it all the time, and he probably gets none of that action.
Yeah, he's probably very confused about these things, kind of like Cranny.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on all of this.
Do you notice that Rocksteady and Bebop never say the word vagina?
I did.
They
notice
just don't
that.
know. They just don't know it.
Yeah,
I mean, I believe it. I haven't heard the word vagina until today.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I'm 31.
I believe. Yeah, it could be the case with them too.
it happens.
They're young
You
at
hear
heart, and
about
they're
it all
from
the
the
time.
streets.
They're from the streets. They didn't get a proper education on
If
vaginas.
they're from the streets, they definitely haven't heard of vagina.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are you sure it's not pronounced vagina?
That is the Native American way of saying it. But it's also now it's like a filthy way to say it. So you
I'm
don't
from
want
the streets. I know what vagina is.
No, you fucking don't. Church. I almost said Krang. Hey, Joe, have you met my cat Church? My cat. Cranny's cat Church?
I'm a fan of Church. Yeah, from the show.
Why the fuck are you a fan of this piece of shit?
Yeah, tell me why you're a fan of me.
He or she says what he or she means. I mean, it's hard to.
Oh yeah.
Do you hear that,
on the
Church?
streets.
Joe literally doesn't know if you're a man or a woman. That's how ballless you are.
I'm not going to discriminate based on gender, Bassam.
See, gender's a social construct. You know that.
Technically, you are too, I think.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you're a voice that...
Hang on, my burner phone's ringing.
God damn it. All right, see you, church.
Hang on. All right, this guy wants 2 9ths.
2 ninths?
Yeah, will you give me a ride?
No, I'm in the middle of a podcast
Well, I
with
gotta
Joe.
drop
You
it
see
off
him
to
right
earn
there.
some money.
That's great. Go get an Uber or something.
No, that cuts
Take
into
it-
my profit.
Take an Uber to your drug deal. I don't care.
Tell you what, you give me a ride.
And
Give me a fucking ride.
I'm not giving you a ride, church. I'm busy. Get out of here.
All right, I gotta go anyway.
Yeah,
For
good.
unrelated reasons.
Good.
I'm not shouting.
You are, though.
Church, no one said you were shouting. No! What did you say to church, man?
Dude, he just wants to go and sell drugs right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to earn a living. He has to
But
pay
he
his
wants
rent.
me to drive him right now, and we're in the middle of a thing.
We'll give him a quick ride. It's not a big
It's
deal.
in the middle of a thing. Joe, do you know what time it is over in Michigan?
You have a nice car, though. What time is it in Michigan?
11:56. I don't have to get up tomorrow.
So I'm not going to drive to church.
Please get up sometime tomorrow.
What's a 9?
What's a 9? Like
Yeah.
a 9th?
Church
Like a
had
ninth?
to sell 2 9s or 2 nights. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Church is a smart cat. Instead of selling 8ths of weed, he sells 9ths.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because as 9th is technically smaller, people are idiots and they hear the bigger number and they basically spend
they
the
think
same
that
amount.
9 is
but-
more
yeah.
than 8.
He's undercutting his people.
Did you know that?
If you tell people I'm undercutting them, I'm going to fucking cut
Well, I mean,
you.
we're telling thousands of people right now.
I'm going to cut you.
With what?
I'll find something.
You have no thumbs.
I'll come back. Natalie will tape knives to my hands.
Natalie will not tape knives
And
to
you
you.
also don't have hands, church. You don't know.
We see you.
I have secret hands.
Joe, you're here. You can confirm that church does not have hands.
No hands.
No hands.
Joe, you and I were on such a good term. That's it. I'm just really disappointed.
I hate to disappoint you, but I cannot tell a
appreciate
lie.
Well,
It's
what
now
do you
it's
know?
now canon that you don't have hands.
No! You guys suck. I'm going to go sell my weed. I'm going to keep it all to myself.
All right.
The money
Yeah, duh.
that I get from selling it
I get it.
on the streets.
I understand what you're doing.
Streets is where I'm from.
No, it's not.
It is.
You were
I'm
bought
born
from
on
a
the streets. I
store.
die by the streets.
You were not born on the streets.
Die by the streets.
Probably.
Yeah, that seems likely.
Hell yeah. All right, you're cool again, Joe. I'm out. That means I'm leaving.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
know what that means.
It's a very common phrase.
Just making sure.
Anyway, Joe,
We
let
have
me
that
give you
here
a
in
fun
Michigan.
fact.
Okay, I'm leaving now. Bye.
Bye, church. Let me give you
Bye.
a fun fact. When
Okay.
McDonald's started selling the 3rd pounder burger, people didn't like it because they thought a 1/4 pounder was bigger.
You're technically right, but swap them.
No, what am I saying?
So McDonald's has the 1/4 pounder.
Yeah, what am I saying? Yeah,
You
okay.
said Burger King.
No, he said McDonald's.
No, I said McDonald's.
Oh, and then Okay, never mind. He said it right then.
Yeah,
I misheard.
Burger King started selling the
The
3rd pounder.
Oh, you did
People
say
would
McDonald's
buy
started
it.
selling the 3rd pounder.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay, now I follow you.
Yeah.
McDonald's famous for the 1/4 pounder,
Mhm.
the Royale.
The Royale.
Burger King's like, man,
We got to get in on this.
if no one would buy it because they thought it was smaller.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stupid.
America. You
Yeah.
adorable little child.
Yeah. So I came up with the idea that if I was a weed dealer, I would just sell 9ths.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, for the same price. People are like, oh, I'm getting a little bit extra for free. Yeah, dog. And then I would still talk in church voice.
Yeah.
If I was this is why I'm not a very good weed salesman.
Because you sound like an idiot cat.
And there are stores you can just walk into and buy it now.
That's true.
Kind of took me out of the picture.
Yeah. I don't know how drug dealers deal drugs anymore. Like, they got to deal with weirder shit, right?
I guess so.
Better
Yeah,
prices,
got to
I
up their
guess.
game.
Yeah. Is it better pricing? I have no idea.
I would assume so. Or maybe if you can't get a driver's license.
Oh.
Real degenerate people these guys are dealing with.
I don't even know what you have to do to not be able to get a driver's license.
I don't know.
Not pass a driver's test?
Well, I mean, you can still get a state ID, though.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. Whatever. That's not important. The important part is that Krang wants to take care of business, so he goes down to the war room.
And takes off his
He
arms.
takes off his arms.
It replaces it with flails.
At the shoulder.
Takes him off at the shoulder, and he managed to put an arm on with a flail.
Yeah. I wrote down opposable flails.
See, he keeps them on fucking meat hooks. It's gross. I figured they would just kind of fall off, and then he would just like walk into a room and like a robot would put them on.
Well,
No!
in the first
He
season,
wraps the spiked flail ball around the arm and puts it on.
he just rotates his hand and it turns into something else.
And that even happens later.
Yeah.
His piston arms come from that. Piston arms. I feel like I
Yeah.
say it like that. You can't really tell. what's
So
going on.
fucking cool. And he takes his old arms and just throws them on the ground like he's never going to need them again.
Fuck him. I imagine he just
would you ever
assumes
need
that
him again?
someone's going to pick him up and put him on those meat hooks.
He's got a guy for that.
Yeah, yeah.
It was so when he put him on, he had like this anti-pun joke line where he was like, "I'll handle them. Actually, I'll manhandle them."
Yeah.
I was like,
That's not even a joke.
"Yeah, it's not a joke at all." And then he
Certainly
does-
not a pun.
Yeah, it's not a pun, but it has like the cadence of a pun.
I'll handle those turtles. In fact, I'll manhandle them.
He could have been like, it's time to watch them flail.
That's a pun. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's much better.
I mean, technically, manhandle means he's going to beat him up.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with the fact that he
It's a shit.
is changing his hands.
It's bad, but I feel like it still wins on a technical level.
How?
What do you mean, how?
I'm challenging you on this. How is it better than just saying it's time to handle them?
What does handle have to do with it?
Handle.
Oh, handle. Because he dropped his hands.
Yeah. So he says, I'm going to handle them. And then, as if he's saying a pun, a better pun.
He's
he says
implying that he's going to,
manhandle.
by handling them, he's going to beat them up.
But we already know that when he says handle. Handle
Yes,
also
I
means
know
that.
we know that. I'm not saying it's a high class joke. It's a lowest common denominator joke. It's for kids that don't get what's happening. That's
feel
why
like his-
April has to keep saying she's trapped in a van. We know she's trapped in a van.
I feel like his next one's easier to defend. When he whips around and gets the piston hands, he says, "Is there somewhere you'd like to go? I'd be happy to drive you."
You wish to go somewhere, turtles? I'll be happy to drive you.
Hey,
Yeah, that's great.
That's really good.
But
That's
you know,
way better.
because pistons drive cars. But you know, I could only think of like a golf club. Like, does he think he has golf club hands and he just like pushed the wrong button?
I figured he kind of figured them like hammers, so you'd like drive a nail.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, driving a nail works too.
Driving
All right.
nail. He's like driving his piston into their face.
I guess puns work differently in Dimension X.
He just. That's just for Joe.
That's just for you, buddy.
I know. I feel
That's
honored.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, man.
You guys should YouTube this crap.
Maybe one day. Yeah.
So, there's a part after everything's... Oh, do we want to talk about how everything gets fixed? They jump out of the Technodrome on a missile
They jump on the missile,
and ride it like a space horse.
like how they learn to love the bomb.
Yes.
Yep.
And
Solid
stop
reference.
worrying.
And or stop worrying. Yeah.
And or.
And they drop on the minimizer and redirect it so that it minimizes the Technodrome,
Yes.
which saves April.
Can I mention that they reach up and turn a knob?
Yeah.
He's like, I need to reconfigure it.
Dink.
It's like 1/4 turn.
Click, click. That's
Nailed it.
That's all I need to
Donatello
do to
does
take full
machines.
control. Yeah, he does machines real good.
He did the machine the best.
That's true. No doubts about it. And so while
screenshot.
Shredder is trying to fix Krang's body, because he also did machines on Krang.
Yeah, yeah. Or undid machines.
Time to scramble a few circuits. I thought he was going to say scramble a few eggs, and then I thought he was just going to like jam his fist into like
Beat the shit out of Krang's brain.
Yeah, just like somehow insert his fist through Krang and like mix them all up.
Just get real
just a
violent.
bunch of gore. Yeah. I don't know why I was expecting that. So he just says circuits and like pulls out some wires.
Yeah. And then he starts having...
And then I was thinking maybe he should just have like a panel there, like a steel plate, so people can't just reach in and start ripping out his wires for his body.
Well, he does have a steel plate.
Oh.
But it was opened.
Should probably get a bigger, thicker plate.
It looks like an exhaust port more than anything else. Anyway, so they minimize...
steel in this universe.
Wood does beat steel. You're right.
That's true. Very true. I did forget.
So they minimize the Technodrome. It turns into like a 6-inch thing that you can buy at stores.
It's super cute.
It is super cute.
And it's like...
Yeah.
Batteries
sounds
sold
like
separately.
Yeah. Ask your parents' permission before... Anyway. Anyway, so... I forget what I'm saying, man. Joe, take over. I'm done.
I have more notes.
Michelangelo seems weirdly okay with being crushed by a Technodrome. I know we're going back a little bit, but I didn't bring that one up.
Oh, are you talking about when they first see the Technodrome?
Yeah, when they're stuck in the ground and the Technodrome is bearing down on them before the first commercial break. They're like, someone's like, it's going to turn us into turtle pizzas. And Mike's like, well, if you're going to go, that's got to be the best way.
He says it like with the shine in his eye.
He's so excited to be turned into a turtle pizza. I don't think he fully grasps the reality of what that means.
It's awful.
That's my dream.
I want to die like I lived, bro.
Did you guys notice then that when Krang was fighting, all of a sudden he's not really fighting the turtles anymore, and he replaces his piston arm with what looks like one of those car washing sponges?
No, I didn't see that.
Kind of looks like a figure eight. It kind of looks like a woman.
It's when he calls for help from Shredder. It's a communicator.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, I did see that.
But it looks like a black sponge.
Yeah, with it's like a round sponge with 2 indents in the middle.
Doesn't look like a woman.
Sure it does.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It looks like the communicator. It's like
an hourglass-shaped woman.
It's like peanut shaped.
Is it peanut shaped?
Yeah.
The view that I saw
peanut shape is like
reminded me of a black version of the sponge that you would wash a car with, like a giant sponge.
I don't know. It looked like the normal communicator to me that Shredder usually has. We usually see Shredder's communicator.
I'm sure this was just an angle. Yeah, I'm sorry. That looks just like a car sponge. Could you upload that picture, Bassam, with another picture of the yellow car sponge I'm talking about?
Yes. However, I do not condone that it looks like a woman.
Well, yeah, it's sponge shaped ish. That does not look like a woman, but what I'm talking about, I think, does.
Okay. What's your note, buddy?
I have one last note.
Okay.
After the turtles bring down the Technodrome, and the Technodrome escapes and falls down the hole, they give April this giant weapon. I don't understand where it came from, first of all.
Yeah.
Donnie did machines.
He took the minimizer and made it into a minimizer gun.
But then he gives...
There you go.
Yeah. It's this giant, horrible-looking alien weapon.
Yeah.
He goes, April, take this to the army base and give it to him.
Try not to get shot.
It's like, hey guys, I found a bazooka. Do you guys want it? You could use it for military things.
I got something for you.
Donnie's awfully trusting the military is not going to exploit this technology and like conquer
Right?
the
That
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you get this? It's like, my turtles gave it to me. What the fuck are you talking about? They live in the sewers.
Commit her.
Yeah. She's staying permanently for questioning.
To Guantanamo.
Guantanamo. That's all the notes I have.
I have a note about the turtles doing their CrossFit training where they're flipping vans.
Right.
Because they just do that whenever they want. I think it's weird that they always show them so fucking strong. And they don't do anything with it.
Yeah. There were actual fights in this, though. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true. And I do have a note about a pizza.
Hooray! Oh, we get one.
Yeah, we do.
At the very end.
At the very end,
I
they're
was wondering
driving.
if you would count this one.
Yeah, I'd
course.
say so.
It's got little flags and marshmallows for golf balls. That's what Michelangelo says.
It's a little green pizza with flags and marshmallows for golf balls.
Little green pizza?
I'm pretty
Yeah, it
sure it
looks
says
like
a
a
little
little-
green pizza, yeah.
Well, at least we know Krang and Shredder can't do any damage. They're only 4 inches tall.
Yeah, right. In their condition, they could barely conquer a miniature golf course.
Speaking of miniature golf courses, there's one in this part of town that makes these little green pizzas with tiny little flags and marshmallows for golf balls.
I figured I could put parsley on the top for the green.
Oh, no, I think we have to make the cheese green.
No.
Well, we'll figure it out. Pizza power! Did you have any notes?
The only other note I have is that both of the commercial breaks end with the same cliffhanger of the Technodrome about to crush somebody.
That's true.
Yeah. That is good.
Well, that being said, Joe, did you think this was a good or bad episode?
I thought this was a good episode.
Cowabunga! Yeah! All right. Can you back that up? Like, what? You don't have to be too specific, but what were the things in there, in your opinion, that made it a good episode?
Contrarily, you can be as specific as you like.
I don't know. Would say it's bad, but I haven't really seen a bad episode of Ninja Turtles. It's pure nostalgia for me.
Sure.
But
Wow.
I like the cool Minimizer wing flying around. I like that the turtles split up and have their own thing going on. They're individual teams that you don't get to see that a lot. I like that we see Krang in action.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. He's a pretty intimidating villain when he's doing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bit of a mess, the episode, but it's got a lot of fun stuff, and I enjoyed it quite a bit.
To be
Yeah.
fair, you have a podcast completely revolving around liking things that are bad.
That's true, yeah. This is like a perfect episode for me to be on.
What about you, Bassam?
I also thought it was a good episode.
Heyo.
Like Joe said, when they split up and are actually doing something, it's pretty cool. It kind of felt like Ocean's 11 style. Like, you have this mission, you have this mission. I want to see more of that. There's 4 of them. They can do other things. The Minimizer was a little underwhelming, but you know, this show that has to have a B plot for some reason. So that's what it was. Whatever. I'm happy with it. But the Technodrome, Krang, Bebop and Rocksteady in the elevator, everything but April basically was really good.
I actually liked the Minimizer. I didn't think it was a bad B plot. I would say the B plot was actually...
I just think it was underwhelming.
Yeah, they didn't utilize it very much. It
But what about?
could have been a good episode, but I did. I thought the April, all that stuff. I thought that was B plot. Her and
Sure.
Vern, then the tea ceremony at the beginning, which is really disappointing to me because I feel like the tea ceremony is actually interesting, and I feel like he was starting to teach them a lesson.
I feel
But there's
like
no follow through.
they
There
do
never
that all the
is.
time.
Yeah.
They're always Splinter's always teaching them something in the beginning, and then you're like, oh, they're gonna learn this lesson. Nope, never happens.
Totally different. It's almost like the beginnings are from different episodes. I just kind of like smash them together sometimes.
Yeah.
That being said, I thought it was a good episode.
Woo! 3 for 3.
Yeah, I had a great time with it. I love that Krang actually fought. Even though there was some B-plot stuff, like it did flow, like it had beginning, middle, and end. I actually, for quite a while, didn't know what was going to happen. Usually they're pretty predictable.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Cool.
That being said,
how
many Cowabungas did we have?
we had 2 Cowabungas. And we had 3 fourth wall breaks.
Great.
And we had a fucking pizza.
And we had a pizza. That means this episode was Mondo Fabuloso.
Fuck yeah, it was.
We got to experience it with this good guy Joe over here.
Oh,
Yes.
making me
Did you
blush.
think this was a Mondo Fabuloso episode? It had everything we require.
Yeah, Mondo Fabuloso is a good description for it.
Awesome.
Well, that being said, this would be Little Green Pizza. Little Green Pizza with flags and marshmallows for golf balls. Boom! With a period at the end. So, series-wide, we're up to 3 Mondo Fabuloso episodes.
Boom.
Kind of sad. I wish there was more. I wanted there to be more.
Yeah.
When we first sat down and were like, what things should we keep track of for fun? I intentionally wanted things that would happen a lot so it'd be fun.
Well, I mean, 67 Cowabungas is a lot of Cowabungas so
67 Cowabungas.
far. 109 fourth wall breaks, also a lot.
Is really
That
great.
is-
I just
that's
want...
surprisingly a lot.
Yeah.
Right? That's almost 2 an episode.
And that's with us being kind of picky about
We're
what we
picky.
select. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pizzas.
Ton of pizzas. We're not going to read them all.
Nah.
It'd take half an hour.
Forget that. Do we have any correspondence?
You know, we do. And specifically to ask you, Joe.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's time for Correspondence Corner. Come on down to the Correspondence Corner. Yeehaw.
So we have a question. This one is from Andy Hash on Twitter.
Andy Hash. Gonna smoke that good Andy Hash.
I almost feel like you may have made that joke before, but it's okay. You know, I made myself, okay, the other day I was, me and Casey were trying to decide on dinner. So I made like stuffed green peppers with like beef and onions. and
Sounds
stuff.
great.
It was really good, but we had like leftover. So actually, yesterday for breakfast, I took it all together and I reheated it up with some potatoes and made myself an Andy Hash.
That with some, maybe crack a few eggs in there.
Oh yeah, I made a little well and cracked a couple eggs in there. That's real good.
That's my kind of meal, man.
Oh yeah. We put some breakfast sausage in there that wasn't really necessary either because there was just so much, but it was delicious.
Yeah, that's just how you get rid of leftovers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Put
that's
them
what
with
I do.
potatoes
And eggs.
Anyway, so Andy Hash asks if the Ninja Turtles had hair, toupees maybe, what hairstyles would they each have?
Ooh.
Well, should we each take a turtle?
Sure.
I think
Mike-
Mikey might have a... Or go ahead.
I was going to say Michelangelo would probably have like a bowl cut.
A bowl cut.
He'd probably look like one of the monkeys.
Have to be a giant bowl cut, too.
Jeez.
Very big bowl cut.
Wow.
And Raph
think,
would have to have like a pomador, right? Like a.
I was gonna say. I was gonna say mullet.
I was gonna say a mullet, yeah, or like an afro.
Or an afro. Yeah.
I think he would have an afro.
Well, in
he's
the
tough.
newer ones, they kind of make him like the black guy.
Whoa.
I didn't write it.
Yeah.
They do though.
No, they do. Well, they make him more gangster for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. What about Leo? I feel like he might have a. What's it like? Fuck.
Leo's the leader.
He'd have a comb over.
Maybe he'd have like the Frank Underwood, like
Yeah.
it's kind of
like a
neat
part
and trim and parted,
Definitely.
hiding that he doesn't have as much hair as you think.
Yeah.
have a power haircut.
And Donatello would have the with the crew cut.
Yeah. The sideburns.
Yes, long side.
Oh, could he have like a big
Mutton
Guile
chops.
flat top?
Oh, absolutely. No, okay. Raphael has a Guile flat top.
No, okay.
Michelangelo has a mullet.
Okay.
I wanted Michelangelo to have a mohawk in my mind.
Mohawk mullet.
Is that a thing?
Can you?
It should
You have
be.
a mohawk and then also a mullet?
Party in the front, party in the back. Yeah.
Party in the front and party on the sides.
Party up top.
Party. He's the party dude. Let's combine all of the party hairstyles and give them to... So in the back, you need to have long hair.
Yeah.
On the top, you need a mohawk. On the sides, yeah, mullet, right?
Yeah.
And then in the front, like a curly Q.
I like it.
Could Leo just have a sick beard and like no hair on his head?
Oh, sure.
Oh yeah, like bald but with a massive beard and mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just looks like going with that wet work theme you were talking about earlier.
Just a tattoo of an anchor on his arm. Yeah.
Yeah. He smokes big cigars.
So big.
So fucking big.
What about Krang? What hair would he have?
I think he would just have a really shitty like hairpiece.
And you'd know it.
Just a bad, yeah,
He'd be
toupee
Donald Trump
that he's
style.
so
Probably
like proud
a
of.
perm. Probably got like a perm.
Perm. That's amazing. No perm on his body, and then Krang has a little tiny hairpiece.
I think that's it. I think that's the answer.
Shredder, put on my formal hair.
His hand turns into a comb and like...
I'm feeling fancy. So,
And... Well,
is there more?
I think that answered the question.
yeah, I think so.
And then this next question is for church. So I thought I would include it.
I think he left, but go ahead and ask.
So this is...
No, guys, I'm here.
Okay. This is from Grimlock on Twitter, church. He says, I have a question.
Sucks, by the way.
What?
Yeah, it's a game and it sucks.
Okay. What's the most dank cat weed?
Yeah.
Follow up. Where can dank cat weed be found? To which I replied, what is dank cat weed? And they said, church would know.
Yeah, I know. I got the dankest weed ever. You know where I get it? I'm the only one that has it. Call me on my cell phone. 1-800-225-11115.
But what's the most dank cat weed?
Oh, I got all the dank shit.
Okay, what is dank cat weed?
I think he means dat dank cat weed.
Oh. I guess you did know.
But I got day dank and night dank. I don't care. Come on over. You got the money, I'll smoke you out.
All right. So apparently, I don't think church actually knows what he's saying sometimes. So
Know what I'm saying?
okay, fair enough.
I got like 7 vaginas.
He
There
doesn't
you
have
go.
to know what he's talking about to die by the streets, so it all works out.
That's true. That's
Hell yeah. All I know is I got the dankest day weed ever.
true. Church, how do you feel about the fact that you have a Twitter account now?
It's great. Letting all the people know what's going on, what's going down, what's going up.
So you recently went to a zoo in Montana.
Hell yeah, I did.
You smoked bowls with all of the animals.
Hell yeah, I did.
What was your favorite animal to smoke blunts with?
That one that took a shit on you?
I wasn't there.
Yeah, but I just imagined it was on your face.
Okay, what animal was that?
Filled me with glee. Believe that was one of the gray animals as a pachyderm?
Okay. You smoke a pachyderm a day?
No, I use pachyderm to quit my smoking.
Okay, that's good.
But I smoke that weed.
That's good. Well, I think that's what you call an elephant. I think that's the name.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Okay. Well, get out of here. We're going to try and finish up this show now.
All right, go kill yourself.
Thanks, asshole. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Joe.
Bye.
Yeah.
Tell us about your
Church.
podcast.
Please.
And tell us about you, and tell us about what you do and what you like to do. Tell us, take the next, just the next 30 seconds to 45 minutes. Just
Tell us about all the criminal acts you've committed.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Tell us all your deep, dark secrets. The ones that cannot get out.
I want to know everything about the first day that you remember in your life to now.
Oh,
I want to know you.
Spare no detail.
you guys really got a lot of time on your hands.
No.
Well,
we can cut it out.
in order that you requested, my podcast is quote unquote guilty. It's a guilty pleasure podcast on iTunes and all that. If you're listening on a podcatcher that I'm not on, just let me know and I'll try to make it happen.
It's also quite good.
It's quote
It
good.
is.
So quote
Quite good.
I said
Quite
quite good. Yeah.
I finished watching One Punch Man because of your One Punch Man episode. I'm like, stop. I gotta finish this before I keep listening.
Yeah, highly
then
recommend One Punch Man.
And then I rewatched another one because I was like, oh, I don't remember that part. And I rewatched a whole movie. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, listen to quote unquote because it's a lot of fun. And I've been on it a few times.
Yeah, 4.
I was on it
and
once.
Cranny was on one of those times. Yeah.
And I'm going to be on again next month, right?
Yep.
Before
yeah,
Spider-Man
that's
comes
coming out. Yeah.
I'm super excited.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
So anyway, sorry to interrupt. Keep going.
I'm on Twitter at quote guilty or at play_architect is my personal Twitter. And yeah, check it out.
Do it.
Do it.
If you like us, which I hope you do because you made it this far and you're still listening to the part where we talk about how
ourselves.
you should, follow us. You can follow us. We're on Twitter at TurtlePowerPod. We're also on Facebook and Gmail and YouTube. Check it out. You can find the links down below.
But check out Joe, too. His link's also down below.
Check
Yay.
out Joe's links.
I got
Google
links.
it if you need it. Google Joe. Google Bassman and Cranny.
Okay.
Google yourself.
Oh, here's the thing before we
I
go.
like to Google myself.
Google vaginas
Google vaginas and learn what they are and what they smell like.
and how they work.
They smell like my food. I'm out. Church, stop saying you're out
And then not
and then
being
not
out.
leaving. Just leave. I think he's gone.
Joe, at the
I'm
end
not.
at the end of your episodes, you typically ask your guests to talk about the guilty pleasures of the characters.
Yes.
What would our guilty pleasures be?
You as Bassman Cranny?
Yes.
Oh,
Either as the real people or as our internet personas.
So, really us.
Yeah.
Oh, let me think. To look into your souls
Please do.
and
There's not much there, but
discover your hidden truth.
like green tea, meditating.
I could put the webcam down Bassam's pants.
Then you can see my true self.
We'll stop recording. It'll just be for you.
Okay, I think I got it.
Okay.
Because I've been watching a lot of Ninja Turtles lately, and I got to some episodes that I had completely repressed where the turtles wear, like, human masks.
Yeah.
The giant baby mask.
So I think you guys
we all
enjoy
request those.
that particular cosplay where you put on a giant baby face and go to pizza places and just scare young children.
Ugh. That might be it.
I would if I had one.
That's true. If I did have that baby mask, I probably would wear it semi-regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely would. It's the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. And also hilarious.
But they normalize it by wearing a big trench coat.
Yeah, just to make it less creepy.
Yeah. And to be fair, they're hairless. So fucking weird.
Yeah, it's dumb. And they're all exactly the same looking.
Yeah. And then as soon as combat breaks out, they take them off. It's like, what's the point of the disguise?
Every time they wear those masks, there's combat that happens. It also doesn't make sense. Anyway, I guess that's the end of the show. Like we said, check out Joe. What? You don't like how I was going out?
That's fine. Just keep it going.
Oh, it's too late. Now I'm second guessing myself.
Oh, should never do that.
Go for it, buddy.
Thanks for watching. We love you. Turtle power.
No, don't do that. I want to say turtle power with all of us.
Yeah, everyone has to say it.
Okay.
Turtle power.
No, but I mean, like, we should count. We should lead up to
3, 2, 1.
One.
Turtle power. He'll edit that to make that sound really good.
Maybe.
I look forward to it.